Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Breath of Fiction. This is Dan, also known as DCC Rules, and we have.
Get get Snekt, otherwise known as number one Gajima Bro.
Radicor, otherwise known as Stress's Desserts.
Sorry, this is Sparta 7979 before I was interrupted by Radicor.
I thought we were going down in order on the screen, like from the left-hand side. Like that's what I was going with.
That's what my intention was.
I just said because no one was talking, so.
No, you said it, and then it's like, okay, we're gonna go down the list because, based on the names.
Exactly.
Okay,
I just said it because no one was talking.
Another day on the Breath of Fiction, but go on. You were saying?
This is what happens when Callie isn't here.
Correct.
Well, I feel like we would have just waited for Callie to speak then, or anything, or rather, I would have waited for him to speak after Snekt. But yeah, so what are we doing today, DCC?
That gave me an achievement hunter moment. I just wanted to scream, "What are we doing, guys?" Freaking love Gavin Free. We're doing a Bleach AU, Bleach X K and Y.
Hey.
Hey.
Let's go.
Yeah, this is AUs where I wish I was a good artist to draw all the freaking hollows and bankai, shikai, and the whole 9 yards. Bleach is such a visual series.
Mm-hmm. It's got so much drip and so much fashion and such attractive characters.
And some pretty nice openings in music.
Who taught Snekt the word drip because she's been saying it way too much?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to describe fashion other than,
Drip.
Catch my drip. Catch my drift.
Isn't that what the kids nowadays say?
Kids nowadays say?
Nowadays say.
No, that's a little further in the past, Snekt.
Okay.
I'm a millennial. Gen Z think I'm a boomer.
Actually, does that mean I'm a Gen Z? Yes, that's probably that's probably it.
I'm 1998.
Are you Gen A? You're Gen Alpha?
I'm 1998.
Oh, okay. No, but that's Gen Z, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, then.
That's Gen Y.
No, that's
aka
millennial.
Millennials.
Millennials, I think, are 90s. Like, are born between the 90s and... I think.
Okay, it's debated right now. It's debated. Some people say it ends in 1996. Others say it ends at 2000. But either way, it means either we're a millennial, or we are Generation Z. It depends on who you ask. Either way.
Anyway,
Either way.
For those of you who don't know the story of Bleach, it follows this character Ichigo, who finds a dying Soul Reaper woman on his doorstep, and she's like, "Here, take my sword." Next thing you know, he learns he can be a Soul Reaper. Long story short, he's got a lot of reasons for that.
He's extremely mixed.
Isn't that a little too basic?
Yeah.
No.
I was going to say, though, that he does go on to face a long series of challenges, encountering Arankar, Hollows. He has to fight in the Soul Society at one point. There's a ton of filler arcs with shit like the Bounce. It is a lot of enemies. But I just kind of want to give a brief synopsis of, how it started. Because with K and Y, we have Tanjiro and Nezuko. And Nezuko gets turned into a demon. Anyone who knows K and Y gets that basic premise. I bring this up because I feel like it's always good to start with how you really merge two worlds together. And in this case, I feel like it's a little rough because, kind of like what I do with my complete reversal AU, it's hard not to have two separate worlds. I would say we don't even make them human. I would say, kind of drop a lot of the... well, I guess we don't have to drop it, but we're not going to use as much of the full bring.
We
Which
can't
were-
drop the supernatural aspects of KNY and Bleach. We need to have some supernatural stuff.
I know. I'm just saying, like, I don't see how at the moment we're going to incorporate full bring from Bleach. But I do think a good place to start is having Tanjiro and Nezuko already be spirits in the Soul Society. What this allows us to do is if we have Nezuko hollowed, but maybe protected or helped in a way, and Tanjiro join the what was it, Soul Reaper Academy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Then we can put them on similar paths. What would fit with KMY? That's my opening.
What would fit with KNY and Souls? Anyone have any ideas in terms of, let's put it this way, if we're making Tanjiro and Nezuko souls, what does that mean for the ghosts that are in KNY, like Sabito and Mokumo already? Any thoughts?
We could go with something like the Visored. Those people were kind of like living ghosts in a way because, they had to disappear from society.
No.
In a different sense.
What if Nezuko was the first Visored? Or like a Visored? I don't know.
For those of them watching right now, what is a visor in Bleach? Please explain.
So can I explain this?
No, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So, a Visored was the product of Aizen's experiments where he fused a Soul Reaper with a Hollow. Visoreds have hollowification abilities. They can generate a hollow mask and gain the abilities of hollows. The closest parallel in KNY could probably be Genya, gaining abilities of demons by eating them. By having a hollow mask, the Visored was a Soul Reaper can also gain like hollowed abilities. This takes some training to get under control because obviously a very new Visored will have a high risk of going crazy if they use their hollow mask because if they don't have it under control they turn into like a raging hollow. The leader of the Visoreds is Shinji Hirako, a former Soul Society captain who was hollowified, and then but he can't control that. So that's basically what a Visored is.
Okay, so you want to make Nezuko the first Visored, or we can have Sabito and Mokumo be the first Visored. Is that correct?
Actually, yeah, that could be a good idea. Cause maybe Nezuko's not the first Visored, but she is a Visored. So probably Tanjiro will seek out Sabito and Mokumo to help train her.
Now, my only argument for why I don't want Nezuko to be a Visored is two arguments. The first is if she's a Visored, that's a very awkward position in the story, especially if you have the other Visored living underground. In Bleach, the Visored were a very big secret for a very long time. I don't think they showed up until the late Arrancar arc, the Hueco arc, or
Hueco Mundo.
Yeah. But, so I mean, they were a very secretive thing. So, on one hand, if you do that, you'd have to keep Nezuko in the box completely. Like, she doesn't even come out for the fights. She can't have anyone figure it out. The second reason I say I don't want her to do that is because if we start off where Tanjiro is learning to be a Soul Reaper, obviously his younger sister wouldn't be a Soul Reaper. And part of the thing that made the Visored capable of being a Visored and being so strong, the fact that they were already a Soul Reaper. It was essentially a power-up for them. So I think if we make Nezuko a hollow, it gives her more chance to grow because the Hollow have their own progressive stages, and once she, gets to that Manos stage, it allows for a lot of rapid growth and redevelopment of the character, as well as adding in some emotional weight with her reconnecting. And I do believe there are characters who exist within KNY who could fill the role of an Arankar and be a good character and potentially help rehabilitate Nezuko so that she becomes a Hollow, but she doesn't lose herself, if that makes sense.
Oh, like Tamayo and Yushiro?
Yes, exactly.
So they would be the Arankar, so to speak, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So then what else? Do we want them to be the only Arankar, or do we have anyone else in mind that could possibly fill the role?
Well, I think a lot of the demons we would see in the series would be Hollows, and by extension, as Hollows, a lot of them would be Arankar, the more powerful ones at least.
That is true.
What about Espada? I mean, like Espada are like very like powerful Arankar, but like
the Espada were Arankar, but they were the Espada are more akin to the captains, where it was not a race, but a designation, a title.
Okay, so it's a title, you say, correct?
Yeah. Just remember, the Espada were numbered, though I forget exactly what it meant, but the entire point of the Espada was to essentially rank Aizen's most trusted Arankar, which I do want to say, quick side note about Bleach that I find interesting. The fact that the Espada have been around for a very long time, as suggested by their history, specifically around the character of Nell.
Yeah.
Think things about Aizen and how long he's been doing things.
Okay.
Interesting. It's always bothered me.
All right. Let me think. So, okay, so we have the Espada. At least would you say the Espada? We have the Arankar, so to speak. So obviously the Hollows are demons, correct?
Yep.
And I'm assuming the Hollow King or the Hollow Lord. Assuming KNY character is Muzan, so to speak, correct? So let's think.
What?
No. If are we saying that Muzan is the top Hollow, so to speak, in this equivalence?
Sorry, guys, gotta cut out for a minute.
I would say he is the leader, but I would also say that he is at the same time very much a Aizen type character. I in fact want at least 2 of the top 3. So Akaza, Duma, and Kokushibu, I want them to be Slayers. Not only because it parallels the story of Bleach very well, but because it makes sense. Like Duma and Kokushibu, you can argue whether or not they would make sense being a Slayer and then be turning into Hollows, kind of like how what was his name? Yushiro? No. From Bleach, the guy who's blind.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Tozen. Yeah.
I was like, you mean Yushiro from and like what is this going to?
I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've read Bleach.
No, Toshiro's the 10th division captain.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it would make a lot of sense for either Kokushibu or Duma to fill a similar role as Tozen, and be a trader who kind of like really embraces the power, which does fit with Kokushibu's original like story in a way where let's turn more monstrous near the end of the fight, and it kind of makes him hesitate. But I also want to say, I think Akaza should be the parallel for Gin Ichimaru.
Gin Ichimaru, okay.
Although I think it was Ichimaru, right? Although I feel like that's a good parallel, I don't think Akaza has the scheming nature that Gin has.
I agree with you, but I still really want to see, Akaza like turning around in like the end of the fight and being like, "This is for Koyuki," and Muzan just being like, "Wait, what the fuck did you say?" Oh!
I feel like Akaza, his personality is more akin to like Grimjow.
I can definitely see that. That is a very good comparison.
And I feel like Gyutaro's personality is very similar to Coyote Star, because like,
Yes, both of them would even make the same noise.
Yeah, and like, oh my god, imagine Ume probably Ume like turns into his weapon or something.
Lily back?
Yes, she's Lily. She's a little Lynette. Yeah.
It was Lynette Gingerback?
Yeah, Lynette Gingerback.
God, these fucking names, man.
Kubo's like, let me just smash
don't get me wrong. I love
English words together or Spanish words.
Grimjow Jagger Jasquez. Nelia
Hagar Haskes.
They're fucking amazing names.
Neliel to Odilfrank.
I do like though how, every race and group had their, language associated with them and their origins.
Yeah.
And really worked that into the characters in a way that felt like a little bit more than, just felt like it mattered. Anyway, so are we on board with this idea of Muzan being a captain, Akaza being a captain, maybe Duma or Kokushibu are both being captains? They all defect. They do experiments. They cause the visored. So we have certain characters like Tamiyo and Yushiro can either be visored or Rankar. Like they can either,
Tamiyo's a visored. Honestly, badass.
Wait, so you're saying you wanted to be a visored, or because we thought we were going to make her a Rankar, just with like the idea of Nezuko?
I'm good either way. I'm just throwing things up there.
Okay, that's fine.
What was I gonna say? Characters who we can make visoreds. If you want to go with Fern, everyone lives at least at the start. AU. Shout out to Blue. What I was gonna say is you have Makomo, Sabito, Masachika, Kanai. Anyone else?
Genya,
Genya dies in the middle of the story, of course. I mean, we're talking about people before the beginning of the story who are dead.
Yeah, but I'm just saying...
Genya could become a visored.
Genya could...
And then Tsunemi is crying like, not my brother.
I'm just saying the parallel works because before he dies, he's a Soul Reaper who doesn't have much spiritual pressure and can't use Keto very well. But after he dies, he can rely on his visored powers to augment his fighting ability.
So real quick, do you remember the firework dude?
Oh, Ganyu Shiba?
Yeah, that's Genya.
Yes, oh my god, yes.
But yeah. So if we're generally going along this line, a lot of these people will be, high-ranking people. I'm going to say, do we still want 13, or do we want to go for a smaller number? Because I feel like we don't necessarily need 13 captains.
I mean, well, the thing is, like, each captain in the manga, we need to consider, like, what roles are they going to play, or rather, do we want them to be considered just captains at a Hashira, even though they feel the Hashira equivalent, so to speak? So, do we... what I'm trying to say is, we can have 13, but the thing is, like, how unique and who are we going to make them? That's the thing. It's obvious. I don't think because we're not going to make Tanjiro a captain, at least not at the beginning of the story anyway.
If I was going to make this a full AU, I wouldn't mind stretching it to 13, throwing in a bunch of original characters. But because KMY does have a smaller cast, and we already have kind of, I'm trying to think of a word for it. Like, we already have classifications, if you will. I think we could reason it down that there are, 5, 6, or 7. What's the word for them? Divisions?
What if we had divisions based off of breathing or something?
Exactly.
Like we had 5 divisions based on the 5 core breathings, or 6 divisions if you want to say, like, maybe moon breathing got passed down. And we could say the division of water, the division of lightning, the division of thunder.
Or even 7 or 8 if you have, like, branch breaths that have been long established, like flower or mist.
I don't know about flower, but I think mist is probably longer than flower.
Mist has a little bit higher of a chance. What I was going to suggest, yes, you have the 5, and then you have 1 for what would be the sun, but maybe it's not quite, like, maybe we don't actually put these labels on them, but it was Yorichi's.
Yeah.
And now probably under Kokushibu.
Yeah.
And what I would say would be a good 7th is the Ubiyashiki. Because remember...
the head captain.
Was the head captain of the first division. So it's like, if we go that route, I feel like 7 might be the best number, but that's just my discussion.
Yeah, the reason why I said flower, because along with mist, it's already a very, like, it's an already established breath for a long time. So, like, I was thinking, like, I was thinking as a breath, like, probably brand, like, gets more and more followers, they probably could create new divisions, even if it's a derivative.
So I think, like, it should be a mix of utility of divisions as well. Like, we could say, like, one is specialized in X, the other is specialized in Y. One's a bit more general. But then again, 7 divisions, like, you're really going for that whole 7 is the number of death, aren't you, right there?
7's the number of death? I thought it was 4.
Oh, no. 7 is... Here's what it is. In Japanese, the word for 4 can be said as shi or yon. But you use yon if you don't want to refer to she, just because she sounds like death. However, 7 is pronounced shi-chi or nana, which you use nana in place of shi-chi, because it has the first letter is shi. Do you get what I'm saying? So technically, 7 is a ghost number, and another number associated with death, so to speak.
So that explains why no one reads chapters 4 and 7 of your AU, like you mentioned earlier.
Pretty much, I'm assuming. Well, actually, I don't have... That's Snekt, not me. I don't have chapter 7 out right now.
Yeah, I know. It's very strange, because I have no readers from Japan, and yet everyone avoids it like the plague.
Yeah.
Who knows?
If you want, an 8th division, we can have 7. We could even... What do you guys think is the best number?
What if we put the 7th division is the one with all the delinquents and suicidal hardasses, because they're the ones the most likely to die?
So, like the 11th division.
Basically.
But the 7th.
Basically. It's like...
So, captain, I guess, would be, Would Tsunemi be the captain, or would it be...
Tsunemi seems like a good captain.
No.
In those like the first
but here's the thing, though. Like, if we make the 7th division of this AU the one where all the problem people and all the, like, suicidal hardasses are, they probably need someone to keep them in line. And I can't really imagine someone with the personality better than Tsunemi doing it. You know what I mean?
So that could just be because Wind is unpredictable.
Yeah.
I think that fits.
I don't know. I'm just thinking of that Hashira training thing when he's just like looks down at Zenitsu.
He's like, I'm gonna kill you.
I'm gonna slaughter your ass unless you get back in there.
Yeah.
And then,
And-
like,
I feel like Tsunami is too wild. Just give him a vice captain who keeps him in line.
Can I vice captain?
Well, if she's a visor, she can't really be one of the captains right now. But she could have once been a captain.
That is true as well. And maybe because she became a visored, that's why Tsunami became more of a jackass to people.
it
What
could
if
probably be
what
like
if
a
the-
good cop, bad cop.
what if the former captain of the 7th Division was Masachika before he got visored?
Oh, fuck, yes.
And I forget, is it captain, vice captain, lieutenant, or is it just captain, lieutenant,
No,
first
there's
seat, second seat?
No, there's captain, then there's vice captain, then there's the first lieutenant of that, as I recall.
No.
Yeah.
The vice captain and the lieutenant are the same person. And then there's a third seat. And then there's the fourth seat. And then they go by numbers.
Let me hold on. I'm gonna look this up 1 second.
I'm looking up too.
You guys don't remember Bleach lore? Oh my god.
It's been a long freaking time.
I don't fucking care.
Oh
I've been following
please!
it.
Have you never heard of what was it? Have you never heard of the phenomena known? What was it? What was it called? What was that phenomenon called? Have you never heard of the Mandela effect?
So she's right. A lieutenant and a vice captain are the same thing, and then a second seat, and then you have the seated officers.
Exactly.
Hey, I don't know. I blame the Mandela effect for that.
You can't just blame an alternate universe effect for. Oh my
No,
god.
you don't know what
Okay,
that is. Have you never heard? Have you never heard of?
Translation?
Hold on.
Yes. People are like, is it Berenstein or Berenstein? And people have different memories. Or like, when did Nelson Mandela die? People have different memories of it. So there's a theory of that there's an alternate timeline that we are living in, and Rad might live in the alternate timeline to my timeline. Yeah, exactly.
All I can tell you is whenever I remember watching something from my childhood the first time, I swear to God, when I watch it now, it's not the same thing as what I heard back then. It makes me think I'm going. It makes me think I'm going crazy because I remember quotes and they turn out when I rewatch it, it's not the actual quotes. I swear. It's the same thing with Bleach. I blame that.
So, are we gonna say Masachika was former captain when he got visored? Tsunemi became the captain of the 7th Division. Inosuke is a relatively new recruit who rose up quickly. He's either the third seat or lieutenant. Can you think of anyone else who's a better lieutenant?
Movie?
I can't really think. Let me think.
I don't know.
I mean,
was
if we're
thinking Obanai. I feel like Tsunemi and Obanai are actually a good pair. I feel like they complement each other.
they do.
Honestly,
it's like-
if you put but here's the thing though: if you put Obanai and Tsunemi together, that's just going to be too much group polarization. There'd be too much of a hard ass in there for all. Like we need a more moderating effect too.
Well,
That's why
but, like,
I suggest a movie, because he's strict, but like he's not like
But he-
scary like Tsunami.
angsty, so I feel like he doesn't have, the structure to keep people in line. So I'm trying to think who could actually keep Tsunemi in line if we needed someone to keep Tsunemi in line. Tsunemi can keep everyone in line, but who watches the Watchmen?
Well, we know there's one person who can do that.
I have a few people in my mind.
There are two people I know. Well, three people I know, but two of them would have been visored by now.
Yeah. If anyone is thinking Giyu, you're a fucking idiot. And that's why.
No, it's either gonna be Ubuyashiki or.
We could do that. The ages, because souls live for so long in the Soul Society, we could actually age up some of the Ubuyashikis and put one of them, like Kiria or someone, in the.
I think
Yeah, we could.
Kuina would be better for the job, Because she is more assertive than her other siblings.
Oh, fuck. Just imagine Kuina is at the exam. Genya fucking fails his, exam to become a Soul Reaper again. And, she's reprimanding him, why do you keep trying? And he just, freaking breaks her arm. And she's like, your brother's gonna hear about this. And he's like, oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck.
She's like, you thought I was my sister, right?
I mean, I feel like Queena would have just punched him straight out instead of just saying,
Kuina would have bitch slapped him into the sun and be like, you little bitch, I got your sword here for you. But yeah, she would definitely make a better captain than Kiria, who is at times indecisive, and Kanata, who will probably just cry if someone raised their voice at her.
Anyone else other than Inosuke you can think of who would be fit in this division?
I mean, obviously Genya could be in this division, although
maybe midway through the story, he gets in after a little while, he has to try a bit harder. He has to prove himself.
Because they can switch divisions, so
yeah. Next division, water. Former Captain Sabito or Makomo, it's up to you guys. One's the captain, one's the lieutenant. Again, Giyu was the third seat. He feels terrible about himself because he had to jump 2 seats, and he really didn't think he deserved it. Obviously, Tanjiro is his third seat. Maybe Open Eye is his second seat. I'm trying to think who else could fit there.
I mean, I think Makomo should have been the captain just because of age.
He came first? Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, and
Sabito, but that's just he has more of an expressive character.
Yeah, maybe Sabito's the very flamboyant, not flamboyant, just energetic lieutenant, and Makomo's the chill captain, like Iba and
oh God, I'm just imagining Sabito, giving orders and stuff, and Makomo just comes up behind him and is like, playing captain again, huh? And Sabito's just like, fuck.
Get back in your place, bitch.
But yeah, do you think Open Eye is a good lieutenant, or can you think of anyone else who would fit better in this division?
Use division? Probably. Okay, so this is totally insane. Either Murata or Shinobu. Yeah, Murata could be the lieutenant who's always in his captain's shadow, no one notices him.
Either third seat, and maybe Tanjiro eventually takes it from him, or maybe he's in the 4th seat. I don't know. Just he definitely would be there. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, especially if we have the Wind Division somewhere else, I think Shinobu would either be under Gyome, which may not fit, or she's going to be the lieutenant or captain of another division that was formerly Anai's division, and that's going to be the more medical division. I'm not sure of anyone who would make a better captain for said division other than Shinobu, unless you guys have any ideas.
I mean, always an obvious choice, but I feel like she would rather be a vice captain like Isane, who doesn't see that much action, like Isane does.
Yeah.
But she's really good at healing Kido, and that's very useful.
Field medics. Because, I mean, that's the PowerPoint of the 4th division, I think.
Yeah, Isane became captain of the 4th division, although, honestly, compared to Unohana in terms of, power scaling, though, she has some way to go, but maybe she'll be more assertive in the future. I don't know.
Fun division to talk about. Uzui's division.
Oh my god. Uzui is definitely a Shunsui Kyoraku parallel.
He's got the he's laid back and lazy. His three wives have to watch over him. Are we gonna say that his three wives take all three of those seats though? Like from second to fourth?
I definitely think Hinatsuru would be like. Well, we see that captains can have multiple vice captains, like Ukatake, for example, had I think 2 vice captains for some time. But yeah, so if Ukatake can have 2, why can't Uzui have 3?
That's fine. I will say I think Kaigaku and Zenitsu should be constantly fighting for
Yes.
each other underneath Uzui.
Yes.
And anyone else fit into that division?
I mean, Inosuke, if he's feeling a bit particularly emulative, because it's that we know Inosuke is impressionable.
Yeah, but I do think Inosuke would definitely be under Tsunemi. Inosuke and Tsunemi are very compatible, and he would definitely make a great
I don't know.
third.
I think maybe Inosuke just does what he wants and just swaps between divisions whenever he feels like it.
So he's like Renji.
Basically, he is assigned to a division, but he sort of does his own thing when he feels like it.
He just shows up at divisions whenever there's a fight. Whenever he's just was looking for a fight, looking for something to do.
Basically, yes. That's what I feel like Inosuke would do. Because I feel like him sticking to Tsunemi's division, seems a little bit too restrictive on Inosuke. Inosuke is a free spirit, let's be honest.
But also, it's Tsunemi's division, so it's like...
Tsunemi always has to be like, get back to our fucking division.
No, but don't you remember the shorts from the Valentine's Day thing? You saw Tsunemi was chasing down Inosuke. Inosuke doesn't care about pissing off Tsunemi from that evidence. At least in the Gakuin thing. So I think that Inosuke will do what he wants. But even though he's officially part of Tsunemi's division, if anything.
Yeah, Tsunemi always has to go and drag him back. Get back to your own fucking division, you little shit.
I just imagine Tsunemi ends up going away every so often, and there'll be days where he's not around, and every time that happens, his whole division just kind of spreads out and just goes wherever, and then the second he comes back in town, everyone's trying to rush back to the barracks to be like, oh yeah, we were here the time. And he catches and beats the shit out of everyone who was deserting. You little shits, who said you could relax?
Who said that you can relax? I didn't tell you you could relax. Something like that, I don't know. With a lot more cursing.
As for the next division, obviously Kyojiro would be a captain. His vice captain would be Mitsuri. And I think Tanjiro might transfer between this division at one point, or maybe he potentially transfer. I don't know.
And Gyu's like, no, I want to keep Tanjiro. Don't switch divisions. It's like Kenpachi with Renji, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Except without the bloodlust.
I don't know. What if there's a tradition in there that you can swap between divisions, or rather you can be an exchange subordinate or something, exchange soldier, and then that's what Inosuke does a lot with Uzui and Tsunemi. But let's be honest here, he doesn't take the orders so much. So he does what he wants, but Tanjiro's more following the orders, but he can go between the fire and water divisions, so to speak.
Exactly, because they're like, your Zanpakuto is special as both of our things. So yeah.
People we haven't covered then.
We covered.
Well, that's what I'm trying to get at. I'm trying to think of who we haven't covered. Because if we do say we want to have Kokushibu take over a division that was formerly Yorichi's, under him could be, maybe Duma and Akaza. Maybe Akaza's a captain somewhere else.
Because Aizen had his subordinates were from different divisions than he was.
Yeah. Obviously. What if Aizen is the vice captain of the first? Not Aizen. Fucking vice captain of the first division.
He betrays Kagaya.
Yeah.
Good work.
I'm gonna say, I forgot we didn't actually fully go into this. Gyome would be the second division. Under him would be Akaza. I think that would actually be really good.
Okay. That would be an interesting dynamic.
So I'm just gonna write it. I'm just gonna, write up a little back real quick.
I wonder if Genyu can, like, I don't know.
Genyu can what?
I was wondering if Genyu could replace Akaza as, like, lieutenant maybe later on. Because,
I think that would actually be a really good fit. Like, maybe they relax the conditions because of the sudden loss of staffing.
Yeah.
Yep. Gyumi's like, you, kid with the mohawk, you are now my lieutenant.
Now my vice captain.
He's like, I like your cut, G. You're now my vice captain, so we can match haircuts. Okay, that was dumb.
Just the quiet silence. And then it's just like, yep, you know what it means. Okay, so who haven't we covered in the... At least among the Hashira, who haven't we covered?
Yeah, I'm just gonna list in a second.
Did we cover Mui?
You said...
we said he would be Gyu's lieutenant.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so let's see. We did Mitsuri, we did Kyojuro, we did Gyome. Oh, wait, did we do Gyome? Yeah. No, we did Gyome.
We did.
A little list, if that guys helps.
Let's see. Okay, so let me read. Okay, so Uzui, Kyojuro, Mitsuri, we did that. Did Gyumui, we did Shinobu. I feel like Obanai is not on there. That's right. And Tsunemi and Obanai and Tsunemi aren't on there.
I missed the division. That's what it is.
No, that's the 7th division. The 8th division is the Kokutama thing.
Yeah, I'll make the 8th division. Actually, I'll say it's the 8th division that they're all in because you put them at the freaking bottom.
8th division is the lucky number. 8 is the lucky number in Japanese.
Yeah. It's, you say Kuina, Kuina.
Kuina.
Yep. Okay, that's what I thought. So that's the list so far. I think. Am I missing anyone?
We haven't put Zenitsu anywhere.
Oh, Zenitsu's with Uzui. He's in the 6th division.
Oh, there he is.
I put him slash Kai because they probably roughly share a seat.
Mm-hmm.
The wives all share one seat in somewhere.
Oh my god, rad.
What? He has him right there. Look, see, after Uzui is the wives, and then everyone else knows that's where the divisions are. Hey, I wasn't the one who suggested that. You were the one who implied that, Snekt.
Do we want any of the other demon characters to initially be slayers, or are they all gonna just be?
I don't really. The thing is, the best parts, when we look at it, the ones which are easy to put into it, at least among the demons who aren't Muzan anyway, are the upper three moons. But then the other ones besides maybe upper moon 6, in terms of Daki and Gyutaro, Gyoko and Hantengu kind of meh. They're not really something you would see I personally feel like.
Yeah.
if you want, you could put Daki and Gyutaro in there if you want.
Nah. I don't think they fit properly. I was just spitballing.
Okay. So then what else? Okay, but then what do we want to have them be? They're just hollows. Or are we just going to make them non-specific hollows?
Well, they would be the Rankar. They would essentially be his Espada. So, do we want to say that Gyutaro and Yume, Gyutaro and Daki are essentially number one if they're making Star? Or are you going to follow the more traditional way?
You mean like make Hantengu the one? Like make it based on?
Yeah, he would be the other person to fill the role of one at that point.
Nobody gives love to Gyoko, but then again, Gyoko is not that interesting.
Yeah.
Yoko does not deserve love. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, based on what he is in canon, yes, that is very, very true.
But yeah, I feel like Gyutaro and Daki, especially if they mirror Stark, because of how much power Stark got when he merged together, I feel like they could hit a 1. I feel like they could beat out Hantengu, who would be a good second.
Just give them a power up. It doesn't matter. This is a fan universe, anyways.
Okay.
I sense I have caused some silence.
No, it's just that I'm just trying to think, like, what is the better? I feel like we need to incorporate Gyoko and like Hantengu into the story a better way, but I can't figure out why, or rather, who I should say, and in what way.
How about Harabelle and her Fracion? Like Hantengu. Okay, so Old Man Hantengu is the Espada. The clones are his Fracion.
You mean his personality? You mean his individual personality?
Yeah. They're his Fracion.
Oh, okay.
Was there someone who consumed or used their fractions to gain more power? I know each one of Grimjow's offered a piece of themselves for him to eat. So, do you think that this is an appropriate ranking for the Espada? We'll say Gyutaro and Daki are number 1, Hantengu is number 2, maybe Gyoko is number 3, Enmu is number 4, Tamio probably has the former number 4, and then everyone below is, just the lower moods.
Just below them? Okay.
Well, they would still be the Espada, but, just cascading the numbers the same way. So Rui would be, I guess, 9?
Okay, so Rui would be that one. Okay, I see. Because he would probably be honestly, he was probably the most powerful of the lower ranks, aside from maybe Enmu, to be honest.
Yeah, because like they did say,
yeah, or he would at least rival him.
They did say that Rui would have given the pillars a bigger fight if he wasn't split into his family, or if his power wasn't split among his family. He would have actually given them a lot of trouble. But because Rui has a complex, it did not happen.
I still think that if depending on the Hashira, Rui might have killed one. In all honesty, just given the ability of his blood art, but his personality and his personality was his ultimate downfall at the end of the day.
Yeah, his psychological complexes were his ultimate downfall. So
I mean, that's true of most of the demons. That was kind of a big point of the series, was how Muzan molded these people into the worst versions of themselves so that they would be
molded or side effect, or it was more. I feel like it was more of a side effect for some people.
He suggested it like a little bit, like obviously for Gyoko and Hantengu, who were already like very messed up, like they did not need to be molded. But for someone like Akaza, he had to have his memories like
wiped,
virtually erased for Muzan to like control him.
But we do see, even on smaller demons, that there were degrees of that. The hand demon had his memories altered. Rui had his memories altered.
Mm-hmm.
The general concept is the ones who are greedy or at least the ones who are nasty in particular, and the ones who were given a chance, so to speak, to turn into demons with their own free will, are the ones who are least altered personality-wise. Whereas the ones who were, but then the ones who technically had who suffered from something in their past and were basically kind of more or less more forced than willing, they tend to lose their memories just because of that fact. So that's why you tend to see a lot of demons don't know who they are at the end of the day.
This is not a discussion I want to have here, but I want to bring up. I think Kokushibu had his memories slightly altered, but I'm not sure. We can discuss this another time. Back to Bleach.
Okay. Let's see.
No idea of where most of our characters are. I don't know if we're missing any. We can throw in characters like the Temple and Hand Demon and the Swamp Demon, all as fractions or other resorted hollows. The thing and any other thoughts? My cat is snoring.
What if Chachamaru has a rank in the divisions?
Oh god, I love that. Just the entire time we follow the story of Nezuko, Tamiyo, and Yushiro, Nezuko is just like in her more like lower hollow form. She's just playing with this cat all the time, and then when she finally regains her sense of self, she's like, "What the fuck is this cat doing here?"
It's like, huh? When did I start playing with this cat? Oh no!
All right, I'm calling it now. At the end of the series, they created a 9th division specifically for those with abilities. The 3rd seed is Chachamaru.
Nice. Yeah, that would be sick. That would be pretty sick.
And people are like, how is this cat a fucking, seated
Why is
officer?
a cat one of these people?
And it just has like its little cat visored mask, and people are like, this is nothing. But you motherfuckers forget about, what was it, Tengen? What was his name? He was literally a fox. Like, I'm pretty sure they confirm that he is the ghost of a fox. And he's a cat.
Who?
What's his name? Is Tengen his name, or is Tengen his...
Tengen is his his first name.
I'm not talking about Uzui, by the way. I'm talking about... where the fuck is this guy? I'm looking through this shit now.
Is it a Bleach character?
Yes.
Aeon?
No.
Tesla?
The fox dude. The guy who summons the giant fucking robot dude.
Oh, you mean Komamura?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Komamura, that's right. So he would be... Explain again?
Because he was literally an animal, right? Like he was the ghost of an animal.
Komamura was... Well, Komamura actually came from a race of dog people.
But in my opinion, that still fucking means you could justify that the ghost of a cat could still become a Soul Reaper and even take on a humanoid form.
Oh, I mean, yes, but you'd have to have a race of cat people that are cat ghosts. So the thing is, Tengen has a father and a grandfather, which I feel like suggests that he was born in the Soul Society. However that happens. In essence, he was progenited from a race of ghost dogs.
Tengen is part dog. Oh man.
Wait, Tengen?
You just...
Are we talking about Tengen or Komamura? Or Seijin?
Or Tengen. I heard Tengen somewhere. I'm like, you're saying Tengen's part dog?
His name is Seijin.
Yeah.
My ears must be deceiving me.
And why I got confused. Komamura's Bankai or whatever is called Tenken.
Oh, so, Tenken. Okay, never mind.
So that's where my brain got Tengen from.
It's all right. Same here.
Okay.
All right. So, okay. So we've done everyone, including Chachamaru, somehow.
Wait. Are you saying Chachamaru is gonna be Seijin in this AU?
No, you
Yes.
missed. Wait. I thought we agreed that he was going to be the whole. Well, I mean, like he's based off of Satan, but he's going to be like the third seed of a ninth division made later in the series. Did you miss that?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was in the restroom. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Chachamaru gets a visor mask, like a little cat visor mask, and a fucking Zanpakuto, and they're like, oh, look at this little kitty cat. He jumps on his face, he starts scratching you. Shikai just fucking obliterates you.
Oh my god. Yes. He could be a very small, like human-like cat. I feel like Yachiru-sized.
I was gonna say, what if he's just like Yorichi and he's like always in cat form? But if he really needs to, did I say Yorichi? Yoruichi. Right? That's her name.
That's all. Yeah, it's almost the same pronunciation though if you say it really fast. What if Chachamaru turns into a sexy? He turns into a sexy dude while training Tanjiro, and Tanjiro's like, "Oh my god!"
Well, I think he would be training Nezuko, which would make it even better because it'd be like the reverse.
Oh my god.
Naruto.
Yeah, Nezuko would be like, "Oh my god, what is this?
I should not be looking at this. Oh dear God!" And Tommy was like, "Damn it, Chachamaru, put clothes on." He's like, "Me, yeah."
Like, why should I put clothes on?"
Just starts licking himself.
Chachamaru would probably also like, I don't know. I just have a feeling that Chachamaru would actually be an intersex cat because like Calico's just because of the chromosomes required to make a calico. If Chachamaru does have Y chromosomes, he would have to have extra X chromosomes. In short, this could easily affect the appearance of his nether regions.
Okay. Well.
Also, a great line: the moment when Chachamaru reveals that he can turn into like a humanoid form, and people start freaking out. He's like, "Cat's out of the bag."
He just has this very deep voice, which is not like his appearance at all.
Meow.
Meow, bitch. It's like Yorichi's cat form, because like her voice is super low, despite the body being this cute little kitty.
So we should reverse it. When Chachamaru talks as a cat, it's really high, but then when he turns into a human, it's really deep.
Yes. So like he's like, "Hi, oh my god."
How is it that Chachamaru has become the best character for this AU?
Because we've kind of because one, this is Bleach mechanics with the animals, and two, we've kind of neglected to be like, hey, what's Chachamaru-kun doing?
Oh yeah.
I feel like the most minor characters always become the best characters. Like, I know there's a few AUs where Murata becomes like the best fucking character.
Murata is always the best fucking character.
He's actually a secret inheritor of the Breath of the Sun, and he's just been pretending he's weak at water this whole time.
Oh my god.
Or he's secretly evil like Darth Jar Jar.
No, that's a cursed idea.
Darth Jar Jar is fucking great. Don't shit on Darth Jar Jar.
Okay, but like Murata is too pure. Like he's just like.
Maybe to you, to other people, clearly not. Who else says he needs to be that pure in this AU? What if he's the big bad better than Muzan?
Oh yeah, if he looks
what if we
nerdy
make
enough?
What if we make Muzan? What if we make Murata Yuak? For whatever reason.
Oh my god! It's like Murata's like, okay, I gotta reveal this to everyone. My dad's actually the Soul King, and I like assembled this group of like Stern Return, and like I'm gonna
Sternritter.
Stern Return. Oh, Stern Ritter. I'm sorry, my German is bad.
I'm just like, where'd you get that second N from?
Sorry, that's from conjugation for like a
Bringing
plural.
conjugation back.
So
Yep.
that would be like to like I don't. That's not even a real verb. Return isn't a real verb. Ritter, it means night. I think it's Heiten, which is the
Okay,
verb.
it's enough
which
about the
is, like,
German. All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm just a German speaker, so like obviously
And I'm
not
a French
very
speaker. And I'm a French speaker. Alsace and Lorraine do not belong to Germany. Go figure. Let's keep going.
Was ist das? Das tut mir leid. Okay, lass uns.
What do you mean? Alsace-Lothringen belongs to Germany.
Okay. I'm sorry. I might have disturbed this. So.
My favorite part about this podcast is how we always somehow devolve into shit posting.
Hey, I mean, it happens. If it happens, it happens. But I'm not complaining.
Hey, shit posting happens.
Okay, but imagine, like, what if, like, we pull a Kenpachi in Yachiru, and we're like, oh, I don't know, who was, like, Are we gonna pull a Kenpachi in Yachiru, or are we gonna not make the characters
I'm trying to think who could be a good Kenpachi.
Yeah, obviously no one is, like, Inosuke might want to be a Kenpachi, but like I don't think any of our characters are blood. Akaza, but Akaza is like a lieutenant. So
Looking at the character list, the best characters I can think of who could actually pull that kind of play would be Kyome, Kyojiro, and Tsunemi. And those are all kind of like
they do the Dragon Ball fusion dance, and then they become Kenpachi. All three of them are Kenpachi.
Gyojunami.
I say Gyome because he's already, very powerful, but he seems like someone who might be,
Lamb.
Yeah, but a Kenpachi needs bloodlust. Gyome would just be like that. Okay, no, I think it would be funny if
rephrasing that, not the Kenpachi, but I meant the character Kenpachi. So a Zaraki, who would fit the Zaraki
exactly, like
needing to like divest their power. So I feel like if we go with that route, Gyome could be justified as having to cut off his power. Shojiro, because of his relationship with his mother, we could give him a similar storyline here where maybe it's not his mother, but maybe someone else. Is like there's this person who he protects, he cares for, but it's really just a part of himself that he's sheltered off to kind of like
Senjuro.
Yeah, that could actually be really fucking good. Like really touching. Like, where's my brother?
Oh no!
And at the same time, now I realize you could do the same exact thing with Tsunemi, but I also think Tsunemi is the person who matches the bloodlust most.
Yeah.
Maybe be held back. You could even do it with Inosuke though, but I like the idea of Inosuke having two Zanpakuto rather than having one sheltered off like that.
So like Katenkyo. But
correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't it revealed in the 1,000-Year Blood War that he only really has one?
Yeah. So the thing is, the smaller girl Zanpakuto, she is actually Nanao Zanpakuto, and the like bigger girl is his actual Zanpakuto. Yeah. It's like So apparently there are inherited Zanpakuto, so like obviously we could do the whole Breath of the Sun Zanpakuto thing, where Tanjiro like inherits his
which would suggest he's a direct descendant from Yoriichi.
Yeah, well, I mean, it doesn't have to be like even by bloodline. Like you could probably like do it like by like adoption or something. Or, like
I do want to do that for Kai and Zen though, because I don't know if you remember this character, but
Cayenne, yes.
I'm Richard Ryan. Welcome to Full
I
Mag.
do.
In this week's
With Yori
episode,
Maru, how
the
there was 2 of
breakdown.
them.
Yes. So like, this is an anime only thing, but like Toshiro had to like fight his like best friend for it, and then killed him, and then like Toshiro was like angsty because like he is after all a very young Soul Reaper, like yeah.
But hey, I mean, it's all good ideas, but I think that's enough for one podcast. All right, I think it's time we wrapped it up. But so
most of what we discussed today was really positioning characters and understanding where everyone is, which surprisingly took us a fucking hour.
I mean,
Yeah,
but hey, when we go into
Bleach
arcs, we might
world.
end up something different. Who knows? We haven't even adapted some of the other minor characters. We forgot about the blacksmiths. We forgot about everyone's favorite blacksmith who chases down Tanjiro because he breaks his sword all the time. What is he playing this? We don't know. But I think we can figure that out next time.
There's obviously a Zanpakuto toemaker and like smiths, like we saw with the Amagai arc. So like
Division 0.
Yes, but that's for another day.
Yeah,
that's for another day.
Anyways,
I definitely think next time we pick up Bleach, we should, try and follow a plot and work out the characters' abilities as we go.
Yeah, I agree. And on that note, from everyone, thank you all for joining us for another podcast of The Breath of Fiction, as always. And if anyone has any last words, let's say them now.
Rest in peace. Oh wait, wrong kind of last words.
Okay, so if we transfer K and Y to the Bleach universe, does that mean everyone becomes like exponentially more attractive?
Okay, those were her last words. Sparta, any last words?
I'm putting that on your fucking tombstone.
No really last words.
Yes, amazing.
You're saying Sparta?
Stan?
Sorry. I say I'm all set for tonight.
All right, that's good.
Stan Kenpachi.
Anyways, everyone, for The Breath of Fiction, thank you all for joining us, and hopefully we'll see you next time if we haven't driven you away already. But anyways, that's from all of us here. Thank you for joining us again. One more third term, I'm sorry. But anyways, until next time, bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Adios.